Hey, what's going on all my fellow godlies and art enthusiasts around the world? This is Vance, better known for my Warframe God Build series, which is why I'm going to be doing this video, because in the fourth quarter of 2019 I realized that my YouTube page took a hit. I should have 10,000 subscribers, but thanks to YouTube and all the problems it's been having, I lost people. I'm down to 9.84k following. And people that did not unsubscribe, and it has to do with the issues that YouTube's having. Also the algorithms, I keep getting recommended videos that I've seen 100 times, so there's a lot of problems with YouTube, but I digress. Some of those problems have to do with me and my presentation of my content. So if you take a look back to like when I was white hot like 2 years ago, I had 34,000 views for the Warframe God Builds episode 33 Harrow. A week, maybe a month later, I did Thor's son Magni, EXITIUM speedpaint. Now this was filled with enough clickbait that people should be interested. It's Thor's son. Avengers were hot, so and they still are. Yet I only got 286 views. And this has always been an issue with my page, is I can shell out Warframe God Builds content like an assembly line, and it's just processed, manufactured bullshit. Yet you guys eat it up so much, and I hate it. In recent times, even after the algorithm problem and subscribers falling off and stuff like that, Warframe God Builds episode 43, Grendel, had 1.1 thousand views, whereas my most recent speed paints got 41 views and 57. This is heartbreaking to me because Warframe is not my child, yet my art is. And hopefully today, since we're putting so much more emphasis in the art, we're going to open up the eyes of my new audience and people who have been subscribed for a long time and checking out this content, because I want to kill two birds with one stone in this video. I want to shatter the stigmatism for a technique called PhotoBashing. It's where you take assets from a pre-existing photo and you kind of take pieces of it to put into your concept. So you just, it's like putting together a collage, throwing all that stuff in a blender and seeing how it comes out. The developers for the program that I use, Sketchbook, released this video where, you know, obviously they're working with Sketchbook, and they take a real photo of someone. They did a little bit of drawing, and then you'll see them here in this video start to use assets from other pre-existing photos. And I think that it's necessary for people who are learning art and they don't necessarily have the skills to draw something like this from scratch. And listen, drawing from your imagination is flawed. You shouldn't listen to people who say, oh, you shouldn't copy, you shouldn't use reference, you should only draw from your imagination. That is such a flawed way of thinking. You should have references. You should incorporate assets from other photos to strengthen all of the flaws that you have, especially when you're learning. Because if you do try to use a technique like PhotoBashing right here, if you're learning, then you're probably going to learn anatomy, gradients, shading, structures of the human body, so on and so forth. Textures, it all coalesces into one collaborative effort, and I feel as though these are things that you just need to do as an artist. You always need to be challenging yourself and doing something that makes you feel uncomfortable. You need to be able to be comfortable in the uncomfortable. So this is exactly where we're at with this photo that I've selected. This is a character concept art for Red. He is one of the main characters from my first book, and as you can see, I've already started to implement PhotoBashing. I actually ended up PhotoBashing from a picture that I had made in 2016, and this is definitely not my best work of art. I was still really rough around the edges when it came to hyperrealism, which is kind of my style. Yeah, that was in 2016, and you know, maybe I'll do a series where I come back and I remaster some of these old photos that have flaws. It all really depends on how well this video is received, how well it does, because not a lot of my art efforts have been well received, and it sucks. I have already done a little bit of photo bashing here with my own work, just because I was lazy, but then there's also stuff that I have hand drawn in here, things that I wish I would have recorded to include in this video. But I photo bashed Red's face, and it looks awkward as all hell. I may end up just throwing this idea out the window completely because I don't feel as though it fits. Also with the hair, I'm not liking it, so at some point in this video I'm just going to shut up and let the video roll, and you can see how well it turns out. There's a lot of stuff that I've drawn in here, obviously, and there's stuff that I have used from previous things that I've done. I really want to get this project knocked off my to-do list. You guys, I'm begging you at this point to put more attention into my art, and if you like this video and you learn something from it, it always helps if you smash that like button, comment, share, subscribe, everything I always encourage you to do.